Red light on it like it's recording. Again.
Again, one more time. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaisha Owens. We do weekly vlogs over here, but today I'm doing something a little different. Okay, I got my husband. So I asked my Instagram followers and some of my YouTube followers. It's not like I got that many, but we asked y'all to ask us a couple of questions so y'all can get to know us, get to know me, get to know my husband. So he's gonna introduce himself. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. We love comments over here. We like when you like the video. And yeah, we're going to get right into the video.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming and supporting. I'm 20. You know what? I won't tell my age. I won't tell my age, but it's the first time y'all see me apparently, so...
Yeah, because the first time that he was at... No, not really. You be in vlogs and stuff.
Yeah,
but at this point,
everybody
that's my YouTube subscribers, y'all know that my boy be traveling. But this is the first time y'all actually get to talk to him. We just gonna sit down. We're gonna have a little talk. I got some Premier grape juice.
Oh, bro, let me pull up. How you gonna pull? All right, that's how we come. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna get straight into the video. And we're going to pop it off with the first question. I already knew what first question that I wanted to start off with. Because, so I was like, basically, just ask me some good questions. Don't be asking me no regular questions like, what's your favorite color? What y'all like to do? Stuff like that. But we still had a couple of people that asked us because I guess y'all just want to know how we met. And yeah, we're going to start off with that one. This is kind of like a lengthy answer because... Y'all, the first time we met, it was just a lot going on. But I'm gonna try to break it down, and so I'll tell my side, I guess, and then you can tell your side. So basically, my roommate at the time, which is now my best friend, she got pregnant our second year in college. Well, like the summer going into our sophomore year in college. And her baby dad would always come down like every weekend. Either he would come to Statesboro or she would go to Macon every weekend. And one day he asked me, cause like we was cool or whatever, like when she would be talking on the phone, he would speak to me. And please, disclaimer y'all, my fan is on because the lights are so hot in here. So I am sorry. I'm gonna apologize right now for it. But back to the story. So he would come down every weekend and he asked me like, basically, he asked me, like, do you want to talk to one of my homeboys? Because I'm tired of coming down here by myself. And I was like, no, not really. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody from Macon. Because at the time, I was kind of entertaining somebody. He was from Macon. So I was like, and that's not the reason why I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just didn't want to talk to nobody. But he happened to be from Macon. And what happened? So he showed me two different, like, he kept being persistent on it. And I'm just like, bro, okay, show me who you got. So the first guy he showed me was his friend. And when he showed him to me, I was like, no, thank you. Like, he's not my type. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good on that. And then me and Drika was being messy one day. We was scrolling, snooping and stuff. And I seen Wayne comment on him comment on like a status on Facebook.
Creeps.
And I went to his page and I screenshotted a picture. I'm gonna place the picture right here. The one I screenshotted and sent it to her. And I was like, okay, this Wayne, like, he cute. Like, you can send my number. He's real cute. And then y'all, I don't even want to get into details. She sent a picture of me to her baby dad, and then I guess he sent it to Wayne or whatever. And we started talking. I don't know, y'all. The first time we started talking, this boy was finna get cussed out. Okay, so I'm not even that type of girl that be on that type of time, like just off the wall type stuff.
Boy, you was on demon time back then.
Boy,
too.
shut your ass. So we texting like back and forth. We have a good conversation. I'm talking about like it kind of felt like we knew each other. Like we was just talking about everything. I'm talking about the first day.
Sure.
Alfred, we was talking about everything. Out of nowhere, he goes, but it was like basically on some like you gonna let me hit type. But I don't remember what the message was. And I screenshotted it to my best friend, and I was like, yeah, no, definitely not responding, not getting no message back or nothing. And I was like, ew. Like, you know, that message is kind of like a, when you be texting a boy and he be like, send me a picture, and you like, bro.
A contact photo?
Bro, get out of here.
No.
Like, when he sent it, I'm like, yeah, definitely.
You thought I was typical when you seen that? Typical.
Yes.
I was working with the whole campaign, right? So one of my friends, one of my homies, I was telling him like, you know, something like, oh, I got this new girl. I think she bad. I might want to cuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing the whole thing. So, like, man, I basically asked him, like, is this too much? Like, you know, I'm texting her, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying too hard. So I'm asking him, like, he like, bro, hold on, bro, I got you, bro, I got you. So when a nigga say that as a homeboy, you already know they trying to be extra. So I let the man get my phone. He get my phone. He takes up whatever message he did. Now, mind you, he get my message, backspace the whole thing, and he type his little message in. And he like, hey, send this. So I'm telling him at the time, like, you know what I'm saying, I just got out of a relationship. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't want to cuff, but she's like a good girl. Like, it's either keep her on my team and just don't disrespect her, or I'm just going to have to, like, force myself to, like, smash. And then, you know what I'm saying, just kind of, like, keep it at that. So he said, you know, he backspaced the message, boom. He types it up, hand the phone to me. When he hand the phone, boom, he accidentally sent the message. I'm like, bro, now she not going to text me back. Now, the funny thing is, I told him she wasn't going to text me back, and she literally didn't. The whole night. That, like, ruined. Like, everything was going good until that message, and then it just, I was so hot. So I couldn't really be mad at him, because I shouldn't have been asking for confirmation in the first place. But at the same time, it was just a mess up situation. So
yeah, so I woke up to like a long message from him in the morning on some like, I'm not even that type of guy. My homeboy sent me blase. And I'm like, of course he gonna say his homeboy sent it, because he probably tried to send it to see what I was gonna say. And then I didn't text back, so he was like, oh, let me put this on my homeboy. But I mean, he was like, before that message.
I'm too player for that.
Boy, shut up.
I'm too player for that.
So before that message, like we was having a really good conversation through a text message. We wasn't. Did we talk on the phone? I think we did talk on the phone
a little bit. Cause I used to call you catfish because you
no,
never showed
that
your
was
face.
before. That was the first night we started. I mean, like the second night we started.
That was the second night.
We ended up FaceTiming, and then y'all know how girls used to be on the phone, like showing
Side
half of the face and
bro,
stuff. Like he be like, get in the camera, man. I'm like, boy, I'm doing something, dang.
Especially, look, I done been catfished before, bro. I'm not trying to get catfished again. So
he used to always call me catfish until he seen me, like, no. But yeah, so we can fast forward to the first night that we actually met each other. So we was texting for a minute, probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks. The boy thought I was his girlfriend, okay?
No, you were. What do you mean? Ain't no thought.
Boy, I'm not your girlfriend in 2 weeks.
I told you were my woman.
We talked all day, all night for like 2 weeks straight. And then
we talked a lot for sure.
So basically they planned to come down one weekend. And it just so happened to be the weekend that Georgia Southern was playing Savannah. So backstory.
Oh my God.
When I was in college,
so much going on.
When I was in college, my best friend was my roommate. I mean, she was my roommate, but we are best friends now. Yeah. She had a cousin, and he had a whole bunch of homeboys that we like. Man, that was like our real, like big brothers, basically. And they went to Savannah. They went to Savannah State. So every time like Savannah would play Georgia Southern, or whenever something would happen at our campus, they would come up and stay with us or whatever. So, like I said, that weekend they had the game. Mind you, we stay in an apartment, so they automatically knew. Like, it was to a point we were so close with them, like, they didn't have to ask. Like, they already knew, like, they had a place to stay. Because whenever we would go to Savannah, we would have a place to stay. So, like, we already had an understanding that, like, that was my brothers and we were their sisters. Sure. Except for one, I was entertaining one. So they said they were, I mean, they let us know they was coming down. And then he told me that they was planning on coming down the same weekend. I'm like, bro, I just don't feel like dealing with this because, number one, we not even serious for real. And then the boy that I was entertaining, it's like, we not serious either, but, like, I don't want to have to, you know, tell him about somebody if we not, like, it was just too much. So I was telling my best friend, I'm like, girl, you need to tell either one of them they can't come down because that's a lot. Like, that's just a lot for somebody new to take in. That's a lot for somebody I'm entertaining to take in. Like, that's just a lot. But we didn't know how we was going to say it, so we ultimately just didn't say nothing at all. And it led to the first time us meeting each other. So the night that I think they came down on a Saturday because they were working at the post office at the time. Yeah. So they would work all day long. And they got there like at 1 o'clock in the morning. So before they get there, the boys, like I was saying, the boys we was like super cool with, they all went out to like a party. And the boys that actually ended up staying in our apartment got super, super drunk. They just came home and we had to like get them out the car. It was so, man, first of all, we used to drink a lot with them. Like, they was all from South Georgia, and I'm talking about we used to drink Seagrams and moonshine. Like, they used to drink a lot. So they got drunk, and then I had another roommate. So we stayed in an apartment with 4 rooms. I had another roommate. She was talking to this guy. He was in a car club. So at the time that Wayne and his cousin pulled up, it's literally so much going on.
This is outside.
We getting like drunk people out the car, moving them into the house. She wanted us to come outside with the car, like the cars, her little boyfriend, all of them out there showing off, doing donuts in the parking lot, doors, butterfly doors up. Like, it was just a lot going on.
Bro, it was a lot, bro.
And the first time I seen this man, what did you say to me?
Why you ain't got no clothes on?
That's why I said he really thought we was in a relationship. Because I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name is Dwayne. Nice to finally meet you in person. None of that. No, it's bro. Like, why you ain't got no clothes on? Boy. So you know what I mean? Like, but I really did have clothes on. You was just being dramatic.
Okay, little Daisy Duke booty shorts don't count. You had
I did it on purpose. I had some Nike Compass shorts on with a little. Did I have a sports bra on?
No, you went out. You had a t-shirt.
Oh, okay. I had a t-shirt on. I had my little braids in my hair.
Could have been a Georgia Southern t-shirt for all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had like a big old t-shirt. Night happened. I think we just like turned up that night. We didn't go out nowhere. We just stayed in the house. Mind you, when I say turned up, she was pregnant. So he was taking care of a pregnant girl, and then pretty much me and Wayne like just getting to know each other. Like,
yeah, I didn't know that.
So of course I introduced him. I mean, I let him come down for the weekend. Of course I'm gonna let him, lay in the bed, sleep in the bed with me. We ain't do nothing. But this man,
bro, I slept on the floor, bro.
Wayne, you just gonna go on with this line. So he getting like when we finally like doze off just wind down basically. He was like, "You gonna give me a cover?" I said, "A cover? What you need a cover for?" He was, I'm finna sleep on the floor. Nigga, stop trying to be a gentleman and get your ass in this bed. Like, boy, bye. Nah, I'm playing. So, that happened, and then we wake up in the morning, y'all. This was the most awkward part of it all. So, Wayne was still sleeping in bed. He had, like, the covers pulled over his head, and then my best friend came in, and then my other friend came in, and they were sitting at the bottom of the bed. So, if I'm making a picture. So the bed is like, the headboard is this way. I'm sitting right here. Wayne is asleep right here under the covers. My friend's at the bottom of the bed. So we just talking or whatever. No, Wayne was literally asleep. He was asleep. So
barely. I was
homeboys, like in and out. Like, he probably was listening to what we were saying. But my homeboys come to the door. They asking us about last night, like telling us they got drunk, they met this girl, they doing all that. So me and one of them, we start like arguing, but arguing back and forth. So he came over to the bed like he was finna play fight. And he like bent over or something, and he hit Wayne's leg. And Wayne like slowly pulled
one of these, like
pulled a it's my look. So he
slow,
pulled
like,
the cover
bro.
down, and he was like, and I don't think he knew how many niggas was at the door.
No, nigga.
It was probably about like 5 of them, 5 or 6 at the door, mind you, including me in the 5 or 6. It was one that I was like talking to, and you could just see it on his face.
As soon as he seen me,
like,
bro, he seen me,
like,
and he like
you could
walked
just,
off, bro. I'm like, oh.
you could just see it on his face, and everybody was like, awkward.
Awkward.
So it's safe to say, since that day, we didn't talk anymore, and me and Wayne was pretty much like together. Like after that day, we talked all day, every day. We was with each other every weekend, from Thursday night to Monday morning. Yeah, that's pretty much how we met.
Well, I was down there for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, like Wayne would take off of work. He would work like no days off for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then he'll take off 2 weeks, come to Statesboro with me or whatever. Well, you only did that like twice.
I really did it once, twice for sure. Because one time it was, dang, I forgot what was going on. I think it might have been, homecoming? When was homecoming?
Yeah, it was homecoming.
I think I came down there homecoming.
No, it was 3
no.
times because it was around your birthday.
Yeah.
It was homecoming, and then it was one more time because your mama came and picked you up.
Oh, I forgot all about it.
So he only did it like 3 times, but yeah, he would like work straight and then just come down there and chill with me or whatever. But we was pretty much, I mean, we technically got together November 4th. But he said I was his girlfriend from day one. I just don't believe it.
From day one, like what you mean? It wasn't no November 4th. What you mean? When I seen you, you were my girl. That was that.
Boy.
That's what I said. And I'm gonna stick by that. You don't believe that? That's cool. I'm just, matter of fact, based off, November 4th. They want to claim you anyway.
The next question. If Dwayne could be an influencer in any area, what would it be?
I'm not ASAP, but I feel like if it was an influencer or anything, it'd probably be fashion.
Yeah.
It'd
I
probably
think we
be
do it.
fashion.
Like Wayne can put together some nice outfits. I didn't really get into streetwear until I met Wayne, so he definitely has influenced me. Like I knew sneakers and stuff, but I know no sneakers now.
Unless it's all things creative, but I mean,
yeah,
that's us.
But I think it would be like a mix.
Yeah, it'll be a mix for sure.
Who falls asleep first when watching a good movie?
Duh. If y'all know Jason, y'all know.
I'm asleep, okay? Especially if you want to do it late at night. Like, who watches a movie at 10 o'clock at night?
Bro, I literally have to prioritize my movie quality time around this girl's sleep. If I don't get the movie on before 8, it's a wrap, bro. You might as well cut that.
Yeah, that is like literally like me, my mama, and my brother Jaquan. We gonna sleep, okay, through a movie.
No, that's
and be the one that want to turn the movie on, but I just be, I don't know, like if a movie don't have me, bro, honestly, no. Even if a movie has me, I'm going to sleep regardless.
Facts.
How many kids do you and Wayne want to have? Okay, I'm gonna answer first. We want one.
Oh no.
I'm just one. If we being realistic,
bro.
1, 2, 3.
10.
Boy, shut up. I don't know why he keeps saying. He been saying 10 for the last few days.
Bro, if I was wealthy enough,
realistically,
Stop
being
3.
dramatic. We're having 3 kids. Like we made
3 because you know I grew up. It was me and my 2 brothers, and I mean she was with 3 as well. So
yeah, it was me and my 2 brothers.
So it's just that was just what we knew.
And 3 is the max. But y'all, this is why. So I want my next child to be a girl, but the way that Wayne family set up, they had 2. Like it was
boy, girl, boy.
Yeah. So I feel like God will give me another boy next, but I want to have a girl. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one.
All the questions good.
All the questions is really good. They really gave us really good questions. But we can get into a little, deep questions. Because it said, how do I stay faithful?
Understand what you got at hand. Like, what's at stake? Like, I mean, do you want to build your life or you want to just play around and then try to find the love of your life later? So if you're gonna build, like, this is gonna be something that you and your wife or woman are gonna look back on, like. So for me, how I stay faithful, this works for Wayne, okay? I stay as far away from temptation as possible because number one, no offense, y'all, but these women too easy these days. Number two, I made a deal with me personally. I made a deal with God, so it's not like, oh, I'm on you, I'm being faithful to you. I am, but also it's like I gotta do what I gotta do. So that's it for me. Like, I just stay in my lane, and I understand what the consequences of messing up what I'm building does. Like, I'm gonna tear down my house before it's actually fully built. Like, it don't make sense. So I feel like you just gotta know what you gotta stake, bro. Stay disciplined, and that's the most important thing. You gotta stay disciplined. That's with anything. So
a guy asked this, but I think for me,
it's different. He an athlete. That's different.
Yeah, and he young.
It's
so
hard.
Really
it's hard as an
question,
athlete. For sure.
I just feel like with if anybody else was to ask this question, like, you gotta understand. Well, we married, so I'm speaking in marriage. Like,
yeah.
You gotta understand that when. Okay, good. This is a good one because I'm reading a book called Better Decisions, Fewer Regrets, and it is so mind opening. Like, it really opens your mind. It makes you think. It makes you think about decisions that you make daily, even after you read chapter 1. I'm only on chapter 3 right now. Well, I'm going into chapter 4, and it makes you think. Like, at the end of the day, when you are not faithful, like, this is not about you anymore. You messing up so much more, and God don't play about married folks. So,
and it's a trickle-down effect too, because the people looking up to me and I'm not being faithful and they know that, then that's like the norm to them. Like,
yeah.
And it's bigger than me. Like, it's a generational thing. Yeah. Like, if I got little brothers and they just see me being unfaithful, like, that's gonna be all they know. Like, oh, marriage comes with being unfaithful. Like, they're gonna match the two. I don't think that's cool.
Yeah. So the next question is, do you guys have to sneak to have sex being parents, and is sneaky sex fun as parents? So I think I'm gonna start first. I don't think we're in the phase where we have to sneak because our child is 1. So it's not like we can literally sit him in one place and he'll be there. Like,
if you watching TV playing a song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we haven't had the time where it's like, mommy, daddy.
Yeah. We're not doing that.
He ain't on that type of time yet, so
we're not doing that.
But I mean, I feel like sneaky sex keeps like the spark going. Like, come on, let's go get this cookie right quick.
I mean, it's fun. Why you saying like that?
Let me get a cookie right quick.
No, that.
Alright, we trying to get this.
Look, I only need a few minutes.
Look, I only need seconds.
Only need a little bit, alright?
Boy, I'm gonna need about 5 seconds. Okay, I'll be like, cool, you get your little 10 seconds,
bro. Don't listen. Don't do me.
Okay. This question is for me. How do you balance being a mom, being a wife, and having a social life? So I'm gonna just say it like this.
That sounds like a lot.
How do I balance it? Honestly, y'all, if I'm honestly speaking, I do not have a social life for real. I mean, we are during COVID, and I try to stay like pretty much try to stay with only certain people. So I know, like, I mean, I know you can't know where you got COVID from, but if I was to ever get COVID, like, it's only certain people that I go to that I know for sure I got COVID from them. But how do I balance everything? Right now, I'm in the process of learning because I have just became a wife. I've only been a wife for 2 years. I have just became a mom. I've only been a mom for 1 year. And it's a lot. Like, both roles, all 3 roles, taking care of yourself, taking care of a child, taking care of your husband, is very time-consuming, very, like, tedious. Like, you got to handle it with love and care and tenderness, and you gotta, know the right words to say. It's just a lot. So I don't even think I balance it for real. Like, I haven't balanced it.
I feel like it's still fresh, and it just takes time. Like, you only can control what you can control. So yeah, good job on that, by the way, because it's a lot.
Thanks, babe. The next question is, what is your advice for someone starting a business venture?
I feel like you start a new business, first thing, number 1, start. and don't worry about anybody else's clock. Start, like, just do it. Like, I've always lived by that. Nike, just do it, like, period. So if that's number one, and then of course consistency comes intertwined in everything. So I feel like stay in your lane, be you, and be 100% all in. And then when you're investing in yourself, you're starting a business venture, you can't treat it as if you're getting a profit and then returning it as a paycheck instantly. You can't do that, because in every business it has to be a foundation. In every home there's a foundation. So if you build that, all money in, like Nipsey say, like Nip say, all money in, like. So you gotta invest in yourself, in your business, in your marketing if you have to, like in your whatever it is that takes you to the next level. So that's all I got.
Yeah, and I think my advice would start with just take your time. Like I said in the last question, like if you're starting a business, number one, make sure you take your time. Make sure you are like giving your business everything that you need to give, because I hate when and I've done this a couple of times, like just going straight in, like, oh, I want to do this, I'm gonna post it tomorrow. It's not a business. Like, I have a sister that she does marketing and she goes more in depth with it, but like, just take your time. And then number two, you just gotta start. Like, make sure you have your ducks in a row though, but just start. Like, if this is something that you feel like will take you to the next level.
And you don't have to have everything either.
Yeah, like,
as long as you got the basics.
Like when I first started vlogging, I was vlogging on my phone, and then my husband bought my camera. Like, you just have to start. Literally, I think you should just start. Take your time when you start, but start and be consistent. That is the number one thing. You just have to be consistent, because Wayne said this, and a lot of my family members, like, I'm gonna go to the person that I always see doing this one thing. Like, you may not be the best at it, but especially in the time we're in now, like, people are so big on just supporting black businesses and just supporting small businesses. Like, 100%. People are going to support you if you're consistent and if you're passionate about your own work. And with that being said, a shameless plug, because when y'all see this, it'll probably be September 2nd, because I do post every Thursday and every Sunday. That is my posting schedule. But back to the question, September 2nd, for the month of September, I will both of us, so we have a business. It's called The Greenhouse. It's like
it's just all things creative, because I feel like y'all gonna see it's gonna be a lot.
We do all things creative. Wayne is a designer, graphic designer, a drawer, painter.
Yeah, she's arts and crafts.
I'm arts and crafts.
Good with the vinyl. She do the websites.
I love websites. I love graphics. I love editing my vlogs. I love
that together.
Podcasts. But the greenhouse is where creativity is cultivated.
Yes.
And in the month of September, I took on like a few different clients, so I could build my portfolio, and I will get my website up and running in the month of September. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. The greenhouse, is coming in full effect. Period. Okay, sure. Don't play with it. Question: what exact moment did Wayne know he wanted to make you his wife?
Okay, first time I seen you, but I feel like that's so cliche. So, I mean, the exact moment I knew is when we had our little time in, and I realized that it really ain't nothing in these streets. Like, me personally, I had the confidence that I can have anybody. I ain't gonna lie. But like, when I realized that everything that I asked for, everything that I had prayed for, everything that I see myself doing in my dreams came with her. So I felt like not only with that, but everything around that, like, it just felt right. So it may be different for different people, like, but for me, that's how I knew, because it's like everything was like not perfect, but everything was in line. Like, especially growing up, things going this way, that way. When I finally had some peace and structure in this lane right here, that's when I knew. So